The Little Seed's Big Adventure. Once upon a time, there was a little seed. It was a small seed, but it had big dreams. He wanted to grow into a tall, strong tree and see the world. But for now, he was stuck in the ground, buried deep beneath the earth. Sammy didn't mind being underground at first. He knew that he needed to stay there to grow big and strong. But as the days went by, he began to feel restless. He wanted to see the sun and feel the wind on his leaves. One day, Sammy heard a little girl singing nearby. She was skipping and twirling, and Sammy knew he wanted to be a part of her world. He pushed and pushed with all his might, and finally, he burst through the soil. The little girl saw Sammy and picked him up. She held him gently in her hand and looked at him with wonder. "Look, Mama!" she exclaimed. "I found a seed. Can we plant it in our garden?" Her mother smiled and nodded, and soon Sammy was planted in the garden next to the little girl's house. Sammy was overjoyed to be outside in the fresh air. He felt the sun's warm rays on his leaves and the wind blowing through his branches. He grew taller and stronger each day, soaking up all the nutrients he could from the soil. As he grew, Sammy made many new friends. The other plants and animals in the garden welcomed him warmly, and Sammy was happy to be a part of their community. But one day, a storm rolled in. The wind howled and the rain poured down, and Sammy was afraid. He had never experienced anything like this before. The other plants in the garden reassured him. They told him that storms were a part of life, and that he would be okay. They held on to him tightly, keeping him safe and secure. And when the storm was over, Sammy looked around and saw that the world was a different place. The air was fresh and clean, and the sun shone brighter than ever before. The rain had washed away all the dirt and grime, leaving everything sparkling and new. Sammy realized then that even though storms could be scary, they could also bring new life and growth. He was grateful for his friends in the garden, who had helped him weather the storm. From that day forward, Sammy continued to grow and thrive in the garden. He learned that even though he had started out as a little seed, he had the potential to become something great. And he was grateful for every moment of his big adventure.